My name is Esther Nganus. I am a National Development Advisor at the National Planning Commission in the Directorate of Monitoring and Evaluation, Development Partners Coordination, specifically in the Division Multilateral. The Civil Society Help Desk at the National Planning Commission is responsible for fostering partnerships between government and civil society. But I think before we can understand the role of the Help Desk, maybe we can first look at what the National Planning Commission is all about. The National Planning Commission is established under the Namibian Constitution under Article 129. And more specifically under the National Planning Act of 2013, and is responsible for fostering socio-economic development in Namibia. Further to that, the National Planning Commission has a mandate to set national development priorities, to develop national development plans, which we call the NDPs, and also to monitor and evaluate these plans. The National Planning Commission is also responsible for coordinating or mobilizing development assistance for the plans that it sets up and to further evaluate government policies at large. The National Planning Commission can be seen as a navigator of a ship. So the ship would be the Namibian nation, the society. So the Planning Commission would look at who are the crew members. These would be our development partners that would be coming on board to help us meet our ambitions and targets. And then we would also need to look at what programs, projects, and activities would be happening on this ship. Further to that, we would also need to look at the navigation of travel so that we can reach the ambitions that we have set for ourselves, and the destinations, the ports we would want to stop at, or the harbors we would want to stop at. So that is really the role of the National Planning Commission. It spearheads the course of national development by setting national development priorities within different sectors of the economy. The Civil Society Organizations Help Desk is under the Multilateral Division or the Multilateral Wing of the National Planning Commission, and that is now under the Directorate of Monitoring and Evaluation and Development Partners Coordination. Within this directorate, we have a number of help desks that are responsible each for coordinating work that has to do with our development partners. So we have a bilateral wing, we also have a multilateral wing. So under our bilateral wing, we have one-to-one development partners for Namibia. That would, for example, be country-to-country development partners. So this would, for example, be, we would have a help desk, or we have a help desk for Japan. We have one for China, and so forth. Now, under the multilateral, where the CSO help desk is located, we have also multilateral development partners. And one of those is civil society, because we know that we have so many civil society organizations. So it's a multilateral help desk. We also have another one for the United Nations, because we have a number of UN organizations in country. And then we also have a European Union desk. So that is how our structure is organized. So if we can look at the role of the help desk within that structure, it is really to support our multilateral development partners, but we focus specifically now on civil society development partners. Under the coordinating or coordination function, we have a role of really ensuring that our development partners that are either non-state actors or civil society are really coming on board as it relates to discussions and developments around government policies. If it has to do with policy changes, for example, if we are reviewing policies, or evaluating these policies, we want to make sure that the voices of civil society and non-state actors are heard. So what we really do is to ensure that civil society and non-state actors are engaged when government makes changes to policies and legislation within the country. In terms of the support that we provide to civil society organizations and non-state actors, it's really to make sure that we facilitate. Our role really is in facilitation. We are not an implementing organization or institution, but rather we are in the business of facilitating, because we support OMAs, what we call OMAs, offices, ministries, and agencies of government in meeting their national development priorities. So our goal really, in terms of the help desk, is to ensure that if civil society and non-state actors want to engage offices, ministries, and government institutions, we have that dialogue, or we create that open platform for them to be able to engage them at the highest level. Or even at implementation or at activity level. For example, if a non-state actor civil society organization wants to work with a regional council or local authority, and if there is a challenge in terms of creating that dialogue, we want to ensure that we follow the right channels so that we ensure that that dialogue or partnership is fostered. And of course, we do follow protocol. We ensure that we are able to meet all the stakeholders at the right point so that the message is communicated. The policy that is mentioned is currently under draft or in drafts, due for cabinet submission by the National Planning Commission. Depending on the time that the audience is hearing this, the purpose of this policy is to really foster partnership and engagement between civil society, non-state actors, and government. And there are a number of exciting initiatives that the policy is proposing. There will be structures that will be coming up under this policy, and our goal really is to implement government civil society partnerships at grassroots level. And if anyone wants to contact us to find the policy or to learn more about how as a civil society organization or as a non-state actor you'd want to work with government, please contact us via email or telephone, or you can reach out to us via our National Planning Commission website.